quest for some significance of the fourth dimensional kind. You enter a realm of spirit, of sight and sound and mind. Your radio is a cosmic doorway and your psyche begins to spark. When you tune in to Gary and the Sun and Night Dreams After Dark.
Dreams Talk Radio Network brings you the World Paranormal News with James Creechbaum. Now, the latest news.
I'm James Creechbaum with the Paranormal and World Changes News. New China virus cases triple as infection spreads to Beijing and Shanghai and other cities. The number of people infected with the new virus in China tripled over the weekend, with the outbreak spreading from Wuhan to other major cities. There is now more than 200 cases, mostly in Wuhan. The respiratory illness has also been detected in Beijing, Shanghai, and Shenzhen. First case of coronavirus from China confirmed in the U.S. Rapid increases in the illness has raised concerns the virus could circulate through super spreaders. A case of the new coronavirus from China has been confirmed in a patient in Washington State, just north of Seattle, federal health officials said Tuesday. The mysterious like illness has killed at least 6 people and sickened hundreds in Asia, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention has said. 4 mysterious objects are found orbiting Milky Way's black hole. Now, a team of astrologists have discovered 4 mysterious objects that may belong to a new class that will soon, in space terms, be a lost class because they will be sucked up in the black hole. Bright UFO has been recorded over Scotland on January 20th, 2020, and it's been filmed over the city over Inverurie, a town in Aberdeenshire, Scotland. And that was on the 20th, and the witness goes on to say, yesterday at 6 p.m., I have seen satellites before, and you can see them move. This didn't look like it moved. I watched it over half an hour, then left it for half an hour and went to show my husband, and it had completely vanished. Alien life is out there, but our theories are probably steering us away from it. Scientists can't expect the unexpected if they're not open-minded about how their theories might be wrong. If we discovered evidence of alien life, would we even realize it? Life on other planets could be so different from what we're used to that it might not even recognize any biological signatures that it produces. U.S. and U.K. sign a new treaty to protect the Titanic. Access to the wreck of the world-famous vessel, which sank in 1912, has long remained a point of contention. Now, at last, a new agreement has been signed between the U.S. and U.K. governments, granting them the power to either grant or deny licenses, allowing access to the wreck or to remove artifacts from it. Next news break, top of the hour.
Coming to you from some far point station, like a cosmic tumbleweed, both north and south of the Pleiades. Here's your host, Gary Anderson.
And that is me. Wow. I just hope everybody's had a great day today. That virus in China, a little bit more about it. It is scary. It has actually hit where I live. I live about 30-some miles away from Seattle. Or if you go by boat, it's like about 15 miles. And we've already have a confirmed person with the virus. Now, the latest news, it's been 16 people who've perished because of this disease. And it depends on your age. But what it does, it basically stops you from breathing, and it has a lot of other side effects. So, you know what? Don't do any traveling to China, or it's even being picked up now with people reported with the disease or virus now in Japan, Taiwan, and Korea, and Canada. What do you think about that, James?
Yeah, I actually think it's been maybe down in Australia too. Maybe you said that, but yeah, it's getting spread worldwide. We've talked about this before in past shows, how something you could have something, and maybe it's dormant, or maybe you have it and you're sick, and all it takes is a few people on planes traveling all over the world. Next thing you know, it's spread everywhere.
Well, what's bad about a plane? You get out into a jet, right? And they have, the airflow going and all that stuff, but it's recycled air. So if somebody has a virus, everybody's going to get it because the air they're breathing in that cabin is being recycled. Yes, it's being filtered, but it's not going to filter out the virus. What's bad is the virus is not, touching somebody, it's breathing. So if you're in the same room as somebody who has it, that is bad. And some people can actually become infected with it and not really get that sick, but they're the carrier. This thing is really, went crazy really fast, and it's going to get faster because, all the major nations right now are putting restrictions on to check people out, before they allow them into the country. It's going to be scary.
It is scary, and I also read where they're checking, especially Chicago O'Hare and Atlanta airports. They're checking people coming in, and a few other of the airports are going to just start doing the same, checking people.
Oh, that's what I just said. And what the bad part is, let's say you've been around somebody, and let's say they were infected, and they're in Japan, and you flew in that same airplane with them to Japan. Well, the odds are you're going to end up having it. This thing can multiply faster than you know what. So even, with the center of disease and all this stuff involved, a perfect thing is the guy in Seattle. He's the first one. How many more will there be within the next few days?
Yeah, exactly. How many people is maybe he's exposed and they've got it and we don't even know yet. And it could act like a whole domino effect. It is scary. And, I just now realize you live not too far from that case.
No, that's the scary part. But you know how it starts out. You think you got the flu. You get dizzy, you get the headache, and then you have a breathing problem. And then that's just the beginning. Then it gets worse where you can't breathe. And then you start bleeding out. So it's scary. A lot of the stuff, it's going on.
It is scary. It makes you not want to leave your home. That's what it makes me not want to do.
Well, you can always get a lot of saran wrap and wrap your whole house. But what good is that going to do? What happens when you run out of oxygen when you do that? Somebody did that and made the news back about 5-6 years ago. They were worried about something was going on. I can't remember what it was. And this guy figured, I'm going to protect me and my family, and basically wrapped his house up in cellophane.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, it is. It's totally crazy because how's oxygen going to get into your house? You only got so much air. Even, you got leaks and stuff, but I tell you, if you wrap your whole house up, how in the heck did he manage to even get that much cellophane? Let alone wrap it. And I tell you, that is so crazy. But a guy did it, so what can I say? Well, let's just hope they find the cure for this really fast.
Yeah, you know what else is scary? You kind of remind me with the mail thing there. Who's to say that maybe somebody that's working in the post office doesn't have it? and they're at work, sorting all that mail that's going to be delivered to all these different hundreds of people.
Well, they said it's spread by breathing. It's not picked up by touching the person. When you breathe it in and it gets into your lungs, then it just starts going from there. So that's what I've read.
Okay. Well, either way, you know what? It's scary stuff.
Well, yeah, like I said, if people are and they might not even realize it because there's an incubation period. So, right. I mean, they, all of a sudden, a week later after they became infected from somebody, they first then start thinking they have the flu or a cold coming on, and they go to work. Meanwhile, this whole time, it's incubating in their system. They're going to work and breathing, right? Talking to their friends, kissing their lover, and guess what? It just keeps going from there. Like the sequel, of the Night of the Living Dead or The Walking Dead or any of that stuff, how it started out, the virus and these creatures started. Well, this is not going to be creatures. It's going to be people dropping dead or getting very, very ill. And it's not an easy, virus to cure, according to what I read. That's the bad part. So if you get it and you're younger, you have a better chance of surviving. If you're older, you know what? You're not maybe going to survive. So if it was me, I would stay away for a while from any public places.
Yeah, that's exactly the way I feel about it, too. I'm going to stay at home. And then even leave. You got to go out sometime, but what do you do? I mean, I know a lot of people in Japan and China, they wear those masks, but if you wear a mask around here, people look at you like you got three heads.
Yeah, and I don't even know if that mask is going to filter out the virus. It might help, but if you're sitting there next to somebody that has it and breathing in, even with the mask, they're not, airtight masks. So, besides breathing in, you're going to still suck around the side. So, I don't know. I just hope this thing doesn't spread. We'll all find out here in the next couple coming weeks.
Yeah, keep us updated, whatever you hear in your area about that guy and if anything else breaks up, because that is scary, especially if you live close like you.
Yeah, well, it's far enough away. I'm not really worried about it. But again, it is scary that something like that going on. Well, a message in a bottle travels from Quebec to England. It only took like about 50-some years, but hey, the message got there. That's better than some post offices.
That's also better in some of the time frames that people return their books to the library, too. But, yeah, that's amazing because Quebec is not exactly a coastal town. So how in the world it got from a bottle must have went up some of the rivers and waterways to get to where it got to. But that is amazing, 50-some years.
Well, in Miami, with all the storms, the National Weather Service warns of falling iguanas around Miami.
Yeah, because of the cold weather. I've been in Florida. I've seen them. Some of them, they get so cold they can't move. And I think that's what they're talking about. It's going to get so cold that when they're in the trees, they're just allowed to fall on you and freak you out.
Yeah, that would be really scary.
Yeah, it would be scary. I've seen some of those. And some of them, you go to grab them by the tail, and their tail just come right off. That's even scarier yet.
Yeah, I bet it would be. Arctic seal is rescued after a long journey from Iceland.
Oh, wow. That is a long journey. It's a wonder it didn't drown going that far. I'll tell you, some of these animals, some of the things they've been doing lately, Gary, something's got them riled up, man. They've done some stuff that's off the wall.
Earth change, as it's called. You know what? You're a lighthouse keeper, right? And you're out in the middle of, somewhere where you can't leave for 2 months. The boat has to come in and bring provisions and all that stuff. Well, you happen to have a lotto ticket. It's worth $1 million. Do you know what it would feel like to have to wait 2 months to get that check? Well, a lighthouse keeper had to wait 2 months, and he did get his check. $1 million cool dollars. I got a funny feeling it looks like the age. He doesn't have to go back to that lighthouse anymore.
No, and some of them